guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I did Dr. Facilier. So his colors were more of the greens, and I thought when I initially was going to make this video, I thought I was going to do like a really bold, dramatic look, but I kind of figured I wanted to wear this today because it's early in the morning still. So I think I'm just going to keep this look on, but I'm going to take off these lashes, just put a smaller pair, and then just take off this like lip. It's a little too dark for this kind of look for me, but I actually really like it. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so I've got my brows on and just my lids primed. I have the shadow shields on because I haven't tried these greens, and today we are doing Dr. Facilier. His collection has more green. He's from one of my favorite Disney movies, Princess and the Frog. Such a cute little movie. I'm not going to say it's my favorite because obviously, I don't know, I've never mentioned, but since we are doing Disney, my nephew is actually the voice of Arlo from The Good Dinosaur. So obviously that's my favorite because I'm biased, obviously. But me and my family are total huge Disney fans. So that's why, again, when I found out about this collection, I had to jump on it. But, you know, when I say that Princess and the Frog is probably one of my favorite, I definitely have to throw in there that my very favorite is The Good Dinosaur. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. That's my nephew is Arlo, the Good Dinosaur. So let's just jump right into it and start out with, as usual, just the little kind of transition color, which I'll use Devious, which we've used multiple times. And I'm just gonna put that in my crease. And what I like about the shadow shields is that you could just kind of go all the way out and get it right on here, and it doesn't matter. It's just going to be able to like bring your color out to the outside and not have to worry about cleaning that up. So it's really a nice way to be messy with your makeup, and you know, it's still going to turn out nice and clean. I'm going to take this color called Tragic, which is just like a light kind of peachy color, and just soften that edge right there on the top. Kind of bringing it up into the brow because I'm going to put a white on the top. I take my angled MAC brush and I'm going to take the color called No Spots. It's just a matte white, and go right under the brow. Then I'm going to go back with that brush to just soften that as well. So once you have that kind of your base, basically, I'm going to go in with a stiff, brush right here and take that matte white again, and I'm going to bring this on the inner corner of my eye, so like the inner third. Get it nice and opaque because you really want to see that color. Then I'm going to go ahead and go with my Jelly Matte shadow. So I went ahead and laid this side down first just so I can see how the color comes out. And again, I've learned with this, pretty much your finger works the best with these kind of shadows. And I'm literally just placing it in the center right now, and it's not blended or anything. I'm just basically packing the color on right in the center of the lid. And then I'll go back and do the blending after, but I'm just literally pressing it in there just to, you know, make that color a little bit more opaque. It has like little pink shimmers in there and golds. It's so pretty. It's so pretty in person. Like, wow. Like, you definitely can't see it on camera like you can see it in person. So I'm gonna definitely wanted to just let you know that it's really pretty. I'm gonna go back with that white really quick. Right in the center, and kind of blend that part out. And then I'm going to take a synthetic brush and really try to work that kind of like in a downwards motion, blending that white and the green. So it's not just like white green, it's like I want it to like fade together. So I'm going to try to just kind of blend it down. It's a little bit harder because it's cream. It's not like blending a powder and a powder. So you have to kind of work at it a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go into my mirror to see up close. So basically what I did is took the little synthetic brush, dipped it into the cream shadow, and basically like kind of pressed it in there because you get more opaqueness with your finger, but I wanted it a little softer to do the blend. So I just basically kind of put it on there and blended those two together so they kind of fade a little bit better together. Next thing I'm going to do is take this really pretty emerald green called, I don't know how to pronounce that, F-A-C-I-L-E, maybe Facile, because it's Dr. Facilier, so I don't know, but it's a real pretty shimmery emerald green. I'm going to take another flat brush. I think for this one I'm going to use my MAC 242, if I can find it. Yes, 242 flat brush. Dip it into that color, and we're going to press it on the outer part. And again, you can be like really messy, because if I only did it on the outer corner, it's not going to be too much. So because I have these shadow shields on, I can like kind of bring it all the way to the outside. So it's going to be a really nice darker outer corner, because I can bring it farther out that I have those shadow shields on. That outer corner really, really dark, because you want it to really see the difference between the 3 different colors that you have on the lid. I'm going to go with my MAC 222 brush. It's kind of more like skinny and tapered, so it's going to get more just precisely on the edge, which I want to do. I don't want to spread too much color, but I'm going to dip it back into Devious. And what I'm going to do right there is just basically lightly, I have my fingers on the very end of my brush because I want it to be really light. I'm literally just softening the edge of that green, so it's not going to take away the color. It's just going to kind of blend that middle part together. Got that. I do want to go back. Again, it's all about blending. You got to keep going back and forth and back and forth. If you really want a nice blended look, you can't just put it on and go. You got to take the time. So I'm going to go back with that tragic color, which is that little kind of nudie peach. Again, blend that top part out again, and then go back again with the white on the top. Now I want to darken the outer corner just a little bit more. I'm going to take this color called Revenge. I don't think I've used this. This is like a shimmery black, and I'm going to dip it in with the flat, like a little small Zoeva 231 brush. It's like a fatter pencil brush. So it's stiff bristles, but it's a little bit bigger. And that's gonna just go right on the outer corner right here. Just on the outer corner to create a little bit more definition on the very outer corner. See how messy that is right there? It would totally be all over my face if I didn't have those little shadow shields. And these shadow shields, I usually use tape, but I just went and picked up a new little shadow shields. I got these just at the Morphe store. They just sell them for like $10. Kind of cool. Okay, so now I can take this off, peel this little guy back. I don't have any concealer. I don't have any foundation. There you go. Got like a nice little cat eye already started for you. And then you can like clean it up with your concealer, because right now it's kind of harsh, so we'll soften it. So there you go, the work's kind of done for you with those shadow shields. Because I packed on that color with like a stiff brush, I now want to soften it and blend it into, because like right here, so right now you can see it's kind of like harsh right here. So I'm going to take like a small little blending brush, and I'm just going to basically swirl all that in just to kind of soften that. Back with the brush that I used, the black, and just kind of create a little bit more definition here as well. Again, just kind of go back and forth. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up with like concealer. I don't have any fallout because I use my little shadow shields. I just have a little bit of glitter flecks on here, but that's fine. I don't mind have glitter in my face. I'm going to do, I got this little sample in one of my little bags, probably my BoxyCharm I think it was, the hydrating primer from Tarte. It's called Base Tape. I've used it several times now. I definitely will buy the full size because I love it. It feels like a little milky primer, so I love it. It's very hydrating, it feels like. And so I love that when I wear I love wearing like a hydrating primer when I'm going to use like a foundation that's a little bit more like long wearing, which today I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Coverage. You've seen me use this before. I always just squirt it on my little tray. Take my foundation brush and we'll just go ahead and start putting that on. Okay, now that we have our foundation on, I'm going to use my concealer. Today we will use the Jouer, the color in Lace. It's definitely a lot lighter than my skin, but because I have like a lot in my eyes, I want this really to be highlighted right here. Right in my forehead, down my nose. Nothing new, I do this all the time. Okay, so I blended in my concealer. I used my little Luxie flat type buffer just to kind of buff out the edges so it kind of cleaned up on the outside right there. I'm going to cream contour and I'm going to use my Smashbox. It's the Studio Skin Shaping Foundation Stick. One side has foundation, the other side has like the little contour color. I haven't used the foundation yet, but I've only used this, and I'm going to use it with my little Luxie brush. The numbers come off, but it's the JD Wadey 180 brush. I don't remember the number of this brush, is rubbed off. And I'm just going to cream contour down my nose on this one. And I'm going to take this other Luxie brush. This is the Luxie Large Concealer 526, and go underneath my cheekbones. Forehead. A little bit of my chin. I put a little bit of concealer on the side of my nose also, and down the center, just to kind of define that. I'm going to take my MAC 130 brush and use that to basically blend out my contour here. And for me, since my cheekbones are pretty much flat now, I kind of like round it up here at the end because I want it to like be like a rounded cheekbone look. Unfortunately, when you get older, your definition of your face kind of starts to fall. Speaking of, age, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm fully aware of my forehead. Like when I zoomed in, you can totally see all the wrinkles in my forehead, and I've mentioned it several times. I'm 45 years old, so I think for my age, and I've never done Botox or anything. I've done fillers, so I'm not like ashamed to say, it's not like I'm lying, because you guys know I've done fillers, because I filmed it, but I've never done Botox before. And now, basically after watching my own videos, I can see all my flaws even worse. So I'm definitely I feel like I'm a candidate for Botox now, so I will definitely be getting that soon. So I just wanted to point that out before someone else says, ew, It's weird, like watching yourself back, and you really do start to pick out your flaws. And so when there's people, luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had anybody make any nasty comments to me. But when people do comment on other people's videos, and it's like they say nasty stuff, it's like, God, you don't understand, like, to come on here like in a bare face, it's hard, because people are going to be like scrutinizing you. But it's just like for me, it's something I love to do this. That's for fun. But it's better for me to tell you that before maybe somebody says it. I also have noticed the bottom of my teeth. I've never really paid attention to how crooked the bottom of my teeth are until I started watching my videos as well. So not that I'm getting braces just because of that. I've always wanted braces. I wanted braces since I was in high school. Me and my twin sister both wanted braces, but we both always had really straight teeth. After watching my videos back, I actually want to get braces on the bottom. So just thought I'd point out that I know all these things before anybody mentions it, because I've definitely noticed my forehead getting a lot more wrinkly. Now today I'm going to use the Lock-It translucent powder from Kat Von D. I don't have a preference to any of these powders that I use. I use so many different ones, but I basically just use different ones at different times because I have so many and I'm always testing them out. So I'm actually, after this series is over with, I'm actually gonna do a, so one of my subscribers asked me to do a like makeup tour. I don't have a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a lot to the average person, but you know, I by no means have a lot of makeup, but I definitely have a lot more than the average person. So I definitely wanna like go ahead and do that. And then you'll see like the different powders that I have. And I just buy different ones just so I can see which one I like best, but I haven't really found one that's like my holy grail, unfortunately. So I have a lot of bronzers, but today I'm gonna use How Fitting. Today is actually May 24th. It's early in the morning today. And I actually got, and today the Aladdin movie comes out, and I actually did get a few pieces from the Aladdin collection. And since this is Disney, I know it's Disney Villains, but I don't have a bronzer from this collection, so I have tons of bronzers, which you guys will see. But I got the blush. It's actually called Your Wish Is My Command. It's a powder blush, but it's a total nice bronzer color. And it has a little magic lamp on there. So I'm gonna like rub it and hope to have good luck. So this is what I wanna use for my bronzer today, because how fitting, you know, Disney and Disney. So from that collection, I just got the bronzer, a lipstick and a gloss, and I got the little shadow palette. So maybe I'll do a little look on that as well. It's a really great color. I mean, I don't know why it says powder blush. I wouldn't use this as a blush color. Perfect bronzer. So I'm gonna take that same powder and just kind of go underneath my cheekbones like I always do, just to give that little definition. Lip color that I'm going to use is a little bit more of like a plummy color. I'm going to use this Laura Geller Baked Blush. The color is called Tropic Hues. I love Laura Geller. It's all these like mosaic kind of blushes, so pretty. My MAC 165, and just basically blend away all the baking powder. With the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. With a lot of that powdery feel. I go back and put the powder just underneath my eyes. I'm gonna go back again. Like, you definitely could have skipped that step and just kept the powder on and just went right with your eyes. But because I was starting to feel really like cakey, I needed to add the moisture, so I didn't want to spray it and set all this powder into my face. So that's why I blended it out and put it back on. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna start with the Revenge color, which is the black, because you always want the darkest color right next to your lash line. So I'm gonna take this Jaclyn Hill AH 43. It's a little, just a flat liner brush. And I'm going to take my little tapered blending brush E45 from Sigma and go in with the Facilier dark emerald green. And we're going to just kind of blend that black out. My dog's in here telling me I have to take her out, so I gotta pause this for a second. If you can hear her, listen. You have to go outside? You have to go outside? Okay. She's a little mini Dotson. She's so cute. Hold on. Come here, Tia. Come here. This is my little girl. This is Tia. Tia, say hi. A little bit stiffer of a brush. This is the JH 39 pencil brush, because that green is not blending out like I want it to. It's that other brush that I had is a little bit too fluffy, so it's not really getting the color I want it. So I went back and I'm using this little bit stiffer of a brush. But I will go back right now with that fluffier pencil brush. And I'm going to dip it into Devious, which is that coral color that we use all the time. So basically you're just matching what you have on the top, putting it on the bottom. The only one I'm not going to use is the shimmery one, because I just want the shimmer right in the lid. I don't need it underneath. So I'm just keeping it like that. The inner corner highlight, I will take, again, same color. It's the only real light shimmer one in here, and it's called Mongrels. I'm going to dip that and put it right here on the inner corner. So today for lashes, I'm going to be using the Scott Barnes lashes. Scott Barnes is, if you guys don't know who he is, J-Lo's makeup artist. So I'm going to use these little real pretty full lashes, and the style is called Vanessa. So while those are drying, I'm just going to dust away this powder once again. Now we're nice and smooth under there. Okay, so I'm back with my lashes on. I also put some mascara on the bottom. I didn't even have to put eyeliner on the top because it's already full on the top. So yeah, I don't even have to do anything. I buy these little Dazzle drops from MAC. It's a real pretty shimmery like liquid. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the top of my cheekbones, and then just a little dot here, down my nose. Just gonna intensify the highlighter that I'm gonna use. I have a lot of these, and you'll see that in my video on my makeup collection. I don't usually use these highlighting drops a lot, but they are really pretty. I just decided to use it today, I don't know why. It's the powder from Dr. Facilier. This one is called Meet Me on the Other Side. It's more of a goldy kind of highlighter. I'm gonna take my Jaclyn Hill JH09 brush and just go right over that. It's gonna just intensify it. Normally, if I was wearing this kind of eye color, I would wear a soft nude lip, but Dr. Facilier is actually more of like a, I don't know, I swatched it, but is it plummy? I can't tell. Yeah, it's like a plummy kind of color. Myself, if I was wearing like greens in my eyes, I would wear like a nice nude or a peach lip, but this is more of like a plummy kind of color. And then the gloss is called Shadow Man. It's like, probably has enough pigment I can wear it by itself. Kind of like almost the same color, but it looks like a little bit more red in here, but it doesn't make my lips look red. So there you go. That is Dr. Facilier. I'll come right back with my, just gonna go fix my hair really quick. Okay, so this is the finished look. I actually ended up really liking it. It's actually not as dramatic as I thought it was gonna be. So every single one of these villains that I've done, I never practiced before to see what kind of look I'm gonna get. So just by looking at the colors, I kind of thought, oh, this is gonna be really dramatic, but really in all actuality, it's just on my lid. Now, if I would have brought this color up closer to my brow bone, it would definitely be more dramatic. But because I kept the transition color up there, it made it a little softer and more wearable. So if you want more dramatic, obviously you can put the darker green up towards the brow bone, and that's gonna make your you know, makeup look a little bit more intense and dramatic. So I think this is pretty wearable. I just, like, again, I wouldn't wear this lip with this, but to me it looks fine. I mean, it's nice. It's just, it's not what I would wear, but I would definitely wear it with like a light nude or a peach, since I'm wearing green. But I really like it. So last villain that I have to do is the Evil Queen. So I will do her next week. And then I will have completed all of the 6 Disney villains. So it's kind of cool. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.